Hi friends, welcome to ITFI. I watched Nayatu a week back and got to review this only now. Sorry for that, I got a little tied up. Nayatu is a very important movie in current times. If you look at the history of Indian politics, typically a few months before any elections, be it state or center, a controversial issue that can make or break the government will suddenly crop up from the middle of nowhere and disappear immediately after the elections are over. For example, the Kerala gold smuggling case that almost seemed to bring down the ruling government was such a hot topic back in the days. After the elections, it almost disappeared. I personally don't have any opinions on what is right or what is wrong about this particular case, but the timing of certain controversial events or topics and the repetitive nature of these should give you a hint of what's actually brewing. Nayatu, the 2021 Malayalam drama thriller helmed by Martin Prakat, highlights another controversial issue that can easily make or break governments. Yes, it is a caste issue, and the stories associated with the caste sells like hotcakes in most of India. In Tamil, most of the critically acclaimed movies nowadays are based on caste, as there is so much to talk about caste-based oppression. Nayatu neither goes anywhere near caste-based oppression nor does it tries to appease the lower caste community, but I think it takes a middle ground which applies to most urban India. It shows it from a different perspective where even though Dalits have made it to various levels of social structure, the politics and controversies surrounding Dalit issues can bring a government down if not handled carefully. It also portrays how common man, including the relatively low-ranked police, become scapegoats in such puppet shows that the powerful ones perform or to be in power or grab more power. The scriptwriter of Joseph Shahi Kabir is back with Nayat. The story revolves around three cops. The movie begins with some routine happenings in the police station, shown in a highly realistic way. Praveen Michael, played by Kunjako Boban, has just joined the station where Manian, which is played by Jojo George, and Sunita, played by Nimisha Sajayan, are working. The initial scenes show the pressure that the cops have to go through as they are forced to obey the directions from their bosses as per hierarchical order blindly, which is the norm in our system. The relevance of this is felt more as the story moves ahead. Now, the debate about how fast paced the initial 30 minutes of a thriller movie should be subjective, right? Malayalam directors in general have taken a relaxed route where they let the characters establish their roots pretty well by giving a decent amount of time explaining their background, their families, and their priorities. We saw this in Drishyam and it worked wonders. Likewise, Nayatu also does that, and I cannot think of any scene that could have been cut short to make it more fast paced. Now, switching gears to the movie again, a minor scuffle between the cops and a youth from caste-based groups take a serious turn when an accident happens. Praveen, Manian, and Sunita, the cops who were targeted by the group, were involved in the accident and are forced to flee the place. The cops are now being chased by their own colleagues, as the case becomes the most important concern for the ruling party. Now, the trio suffers setbacks and difficult moments as they try to evade an arrest, at least until the polling for the by-elections is complete. They believe that they can prove their innocence once the elections are over with a packed script. The director packages the thrilling journey of the trio in an impressive way. Shaiju Khalid's visuals are super stunning, as usual, and Vishnu Vijay's music gels really well with the backdrop. Kunjako Boban performs Praveen in a very subtle manner. Kunjako admits in his interviews that he is constantly chasing directors and scriptwriters to be part of such good cinema. His attitude to openly admit it and strive for excellence should be lauded. Nimisha Sajayan is in good form once again, and what can I say about that? Her intro scene where she's on the phone and signals a police jeep driven by Kunjako himself to stop and hops on it without his permission. All this time, Kunjako is kind of wondering what this woman is up to when she just says that she's also in police. This cracked me up, and while it is the kind of sense of humor that Shahi Kabir is specialized in, the subtle performance that Nimisha Sajayan puts on adds to the effectiveness of such scenes. I think now it is time for Nimisha to venture out and try out comic or negative roles, as she has already proven her mettle in the kind of movies that she is part of. Having said all that, I think the show stealer here is Jojo George, who gets into the shoes of Manian in a brilliant way. The performance of Jojo in Joseph should be good enough for anyone to have high expectations from Jojo in general. For me personally, he reminds me of Mohanlal in a way. He makes his whole body and body language blend with the scenes in an extremely subtle manner. Kudos to Martin Prakat to get another gem out of Jojo. I must say almost all the characters did their part superbly. Be it Jafar Idiki as CM, Yama Gilgamesh as SP Anuradha, Anil Nadmangad as DOISP Crime Branch, or Vinod Sagar as Murthy, the Tamil friend of Manian. Friends, as I end this video, there are so many movies I'm running behind in terms of reviews. In my list, I have many movies to review, like Malayalam movies Thirige or Operation Java, the Marathi movie The Disciple, Telugu movie Cinema Bandi, which I've been hearing a lot about, to mention a few. Hoping to wrap these up in coming days. Hope you like the review. Please consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video. Bye for now.